The Flight of Faith. The story of Nate Saint. Nate Saint was not just a pilot. He was a man sent by God to fly into the unknown with a burden for souls. Born in 1923 in Pennsylvania, USA, Nate was passionate about aviation from a young age, but his life took flight in a much deeper way when he offered his wings to God for missions. In 1948, Nate joined the Mission Aviation Fellowship, an organization that supported missionaries in remote parts of the world. His call took him to the jungles of Ecuador, where he served with his wife and children. But there, beyond the trees and rivers, lay a tribe untouched by the gospel. The Waodani, also known as Okas, a fierce, isolated people known for violence against outsiders. Alongside 4 other missionaries, Jim Elliot, Ed McCully, Roger Uderian, and Pete Fleming, Nate believed God had laid the Waodani on their hearts. Using his yellow Piper airplane, Nate began to drop gifts from the sky to the tribe: machetes, buttons, and food, lowering them in a bucket as a gesture of peace. Miraculously, the tribe responded with gifts in return. After months of preparation, the team landed on a sandy riverbank. They named Palm Beach to meet the Waodani in person. Their hearts beat with both courage and uncertainty. They made contact, even shared a meal. But just days later, on January 8, 1956, all 5 men were speared to death by tribesmen, martyrs whose blood baptized the jungle floor. The world was stunned. Headlines called it a tragedy, but heaven called it seed. Their story didn't end in death. Nate's sister, Rachel Saint, and Jim Elliot's widow, Elizabeth, would later return to live among the very same people who had killed their loved ones. They forgave, they loved, and eventually, many Waodani, including some of the very killers, came to Christ. Nate Saint's story is one of fearless obedience. He once wrote, "People who do not know the Lord ask why in the world we waste our lives as missionaries. They forget that life is not a thing to be preserved, but to be lived and lived for God." Today, Nate's legacy soars higher than any plane he ever flew. His life is a testimony that no act of obedience is ever wasted. Through one man's willingness to fly into danger for the sake of the gospel, an entire tribe was transformed and countless missionaries were inspired to go.